You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Here from thechrisvossshow.com. thechrisvossshow.com. Well, you got to love it there. It's always there and having fun with it. Welcome to the show, my family and friends. We certainly appreciate you guys coming by and being part of the show as well. Without you guys, we couldn't do it. Remember, the Chris Voss Show is the family that loves you but doesn't judge you, at least not as harshly as your mom, because your mom's still disappointed in you and what you did in 1972. Wait, am I talking about me or other people? I don't know. Anyway, guys, we have always the best, smartest, brightest people on the show. The CEOs, the billionaires, the White House advisors, the Pulitzer Prize winners, the great journalists and anchors from different top news agencies across the nation, the smartest authors that spend tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, lifetimes sometimes, building their knowledge base, and they come deliver it right to you in this beautiful little package we call the Chris Voss Show Podcast. And all we ask of you guys as our wonderful audience is, please, for the love of God, refer the show to your family, friends, and relatives. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, linkedin.com/Chris Voss, youtube.com/Chris Voss. Make sure you subscribe to the LinkedIn newsletter, the 130,000 LinkedIn group over there. The multiple groups on Facebook. Of course, the main one now is Chris Voss, facebook.com. You can go talk to the show if you want over there. And Chris Voss one on the Tickety Talkety, where all the kids play. We have an amazing young lady on the show. She's going to be talking to us about her business, how to run a business, how to be a great CEO. She is a 7-figure coach for coaches and consultants. Jeanne Omlor joins us on the show today. Did I get that right, Jeanne?
You did.
There we go.
That was great.
I was practicing in my head a lot. So there we go. She joins us on the show. As you can hear, she's queued up and ready to go to enlighten us and brighten us. Is enbrighten us a word? I don't know. I flunked second grade. You guys all know. She is a business strategist, 7-figure online business coach, and certified servant leadership executive coach. At 54 years old, she was a solo parent in deep debt and got herself online into $1 million in 17 months without ads, and has since scaled to multi-millions in 4 years. Her company has helped over 400 businesses to thrive online. She emotionally connected to helping others make money as she lived in lack for years and overcame that mindset. She's now helping as many people as she can to maximize profits and reach their full potential while being the visionary they're destined to be. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks, Chris.
It's wonderful to have you as well. And this is my favorite topic, leadership, of course. Give us your .coms. Where do you want people to find you on the interwebs?
Well, my name, JeanneOmlor.com. It's that simple.
There you go.
And that's it. And I'm
There
all
you
over
go.
social media. Make it simple, right?
It will be awesome. And we'll have that on the Chris Voss Show, so you can check that out as well. So give us a 30,000 overview in your words of what you do and how you do it. Probably sounds better coming from you than me.
Oh, I don't know about that. You're doing a great job, but I'll try. Okay. So I work with coaches and consultants and I help them to scale very simply. I'm one of those people that has and started an exponential business before I even knew what that was, because I was literally on my own and I had a Filipino VA working a few hours and I got to $1 million because I just didn't know any better. Wow. So I help consultants and coaches to do things simply and to get clients online, high ticket, without all the complications and the tech and all of those things that they think they need to do.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, do people overcomplicate the process? You think they have to do the lots of the things?
100%. I think that human beings overcomplicate everything. And even when human beings are given something simple, they'll look for ways to make it more complex because they just don't think it's complex enough and complicated.
Because it must be complex to is it they think that in order to charge people a lot of money it has to be complex? Is that one of the fallacies they think of?
I think that it's just that, again, human beings think it's too good to be true if it's simple. Like, wait, that can't work, right?
Some of the greatest truths are the simple truths, really.
100%.
You really think about it, definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. So tell us a little bit about your journey, your thing through life. I alluded to some of it, but tell us in your words, kind of your hero's journey and how you went through life and got the experience you needed to be able to do what you do.
Well, in some ways, I do a little bit what you do, because negotiation is really the art of conversation. And marketing is really, really getting good at conversing with people in different boxes, whether it's, in a sales call, that's a box, or whether that's in a messenger or in content. So from my journey is that I have a background as a fashion designer, as a top executive recruiter on Wall Street. I traveled a lot, lived in many different countries. I was an actress for many years, filmmaker. And then I became a coach out of necessity when I became a solo parent.
There you go. And you journeyed into this and started coaching people. So let's talk about how do you get to reach the level of being $1 million coach?
Well, as I said, I just got online. I had no choice. 4 years ago, I was such in deep debt. I thought I need to get myself online, and I'm very not tech savvy. Somebody had to show me how to use Zoom. That's how bad I was. So I sort of figured, I can't do this the complicated way. I've got to create some shortcuts so I can just do it. And that's my personality. Just figure things out simply and do it. So I just got online. I got some coaching. It wasn't very good coaching. Basically, they said, you can't run ads. You got to do something called organic marketing. I said, what, like carrots? They said, no, Jeanne, not like carrots. I said, okay, well, what is this organic marketing? They said, go speak to people. That was my coaching. And I said, all righty, I'm going to go do that. And I started talking to people. And that's why I said sort of what you're doing, I was doing, like, just how do I talk to people and explain what I do and have conversations and have them know, like, trust me and want to work with me. I just started getting clients, and they thought, that old lady is getting clients and she doesn't have funnels or ads. She's not techie. I want in. So that's how I started getting more clients, and it just built.
Talking to people, what a concept. Who would know? If you talk to people, things happen. So you have what you call diamond clients, and who are the diamond clients, and how do you find them?
Okay, diamond clients to me are people that say they want something and they're going to do whatever it takes to get that. They're not going to make excuses. They're not going to say, oh, but they're not going to waste their lives, because life is precious and you can't get time back. You can get money back. So I diamond client, and they don't nickel and dime you, and they're like, yes, okay, yes, I want these results. Yes, I'm going to do what it takes, and they do it. And guess what? Voila, it works. So diamond client is not somebody that's not serious about what they want for their lives, for their families, for their business. No excuses. That's what a diamond client is.
There you go. Those are the good ones to have. So how do you help clients leverage what they already know so they can help others and coach others?
Well, this is the thing. There's something that we call like imposter syndrome. I don't actually believe that even exists, because how could you be an imposter of your own life? So I never got that. I was like, what? And they started talking about that. And then all of a sudden we all have this disease called imposter. And we're all diseased now. We have imposter syndrome, and people love labels. So now we're all everything, right? So I thought, no such thing. Basically, people need to understand they have value, and people need to understand that value people will pay for. And you don't always need certification, because there's certain things people are really great at, and there's no certification. They're just good at it. So I help people. I'm like a client whisperer, and I'm a greatness whisperer. I will see people. I don't see dead people. I see people and I see the value, and I say, okay, you know what? Yes, that is good. People have a need for that. And I really know the market now, because I've spoken to thousands of people. And I'll say, you know what? I can package that, position it, leverage it, and you can actually start a business from nothing sometimes.
Wow. And you turn over the experience you have and get it going on. Do you need what you call a laser focused strategy?
Yes, you do. Absolutely. And you need something simple that is you can replicate, that you can make a process out of, that's not like throwing mud at a wall. It's that you people, again, not that I'm down on human beings, but we all want something that's like a magic wand, and we want to be discovered, but you want something that you can replicate, a system that you get proof of concept, and you do it over and over again. So my goal is to get people the system, the fishing rod, because, you want to, change somebody's life. Don't give them the fish, give them the fishing rod, right?
And you talk about launching and scaling your business online without ads or complicated tech.
Mhm.
What were some of the ways that you did? I see that you do a lot of stuff on LinkedIn and engagement on LinkedIn.
Mhm. Well, basically, I started on Facebook,
Mhm.
and I wasn't even on Facebook except to talk to my friends in Australia. When somebody said go on Facebook, I said, why would I go on this thing? Of course, that was 16 years ago. I didn't get it, and
Mhm.
I was barely on social media because I didn't really like it. Now I love it because I know how to use it. Tools are great when you know how to use them, and then you all of a sudden like them. So I got on Facebook and I started talking to people. And I was
Mhm.
already a strategist. I'd been a business strategist for 8 years offline, but I had to, segue online and transfer those skills and change a lot. So I talked to 900 people before I got my first client.
Holy crap.
900. Yes.
900.
900. I had 18 sales calls. But what I also talk a lot about is grit and resilience. People are wusses. Let's face it. People don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the reps. They just want things to land on their head. And I teach people, it is work. It's not complicated, but it's work. Do the work and it will work. So that's when I say a diamond client isn't somebody that's not going to do the work. You need to do work. I don't care what they say about manifestation. I'm so into that as well. But you have to have manifestation and mindset with the work.
There you go. And so how do you establish your manifestation? What are some of the techniques that you personally use?
Oh, okay. I'm a big fan of psychocybernetics. So I've been doing creative visualization, for years, just imagining the mind moving in your mind. And then your mind doesn't know any different of whether that's real or in your mind. It doesn't know the difference. So when you plant those movies, I've been doing that for years, and that really works. Really works. I'm also doing Joe Dispenza's, breaking the habit of being yourself, because I just really want to change my operating system. I really want to keep going till it gets as good as it can get. So a lot of that affirmations can work, but you have to believe them. You have to believe them. And the law of attraction. Okay. The law of attraction with action works, but law of attraction sitting around hoping for stuff to fall on your head doesn't work.
You mean it just doesn't come to me? I just can't be sitting in my underwear or watching the TV and it just comes to me?
No, it could. I know people that do that. They lie on their couches all day and things come to them. But
Wow.
lucky them. That never happened to me.
It never happens to me either. I don't. It doesn't seem to happen to me.
Maybe you should put pants on. Maybe it's the underwear that's not working.
Is it the pants?
Yeah, it's not. You have no pants. Maybe put a pair of pants on and maybe it'll work then, Chris.
So when coaches come to you, what do you find is a common thing that they're struggling with?
Number one, they cannot get clients, or they get a few. Number two is they're like, it feels bad when you're pretending something's going better than it does. That injures us. It really does. So when people are pretending that they're sort of successful, you can't live like that. That's just a struggle of war with your conscience and feels icky. So there's that transparency and I hate the word authentic, but the realness, let's put it that way. They're not getting clients. They're really good at what they do though. But they say, I just want to coach. And I'm like, well, it's a business. You can't just coach. You have to develop the business side to be able to coach and have people. So there's this sort of disconnect of la la land of I just want to coach. Great. I love it. Now get some clients, and you got to learn how to do that. So the biggest problem is they do not know how to get people interested and highlighting their value to be able to get clients.
And you've got to be able to highlight your value, recognize it, and know how to package it and sell it, right?
Absolutely. It's not about pushy salesmanship. It is about just highlighting your value. And when people who are the right fit are in front of you, they see that and they say, heck yeah, I'll take it.
And you talk about how to do this without having to buy advertising costs, no time wasting, no fluff, how to build a frustration clear pathway to getting their ASAP. I think a lot of people think that, they've got to spend a lot of money, they've got to buy advertising. Maybe they've got to do other things, writing books, speaking. So with your techniques, people are able to bypass a lot of that, huh?
Oh, 100%. Like people are always saying to me, write a book. And I said, I don't feel like writing a book. Write a book. I don't want to write a book. I just don't. I don't. And, maybe later. And, you got to write a book. No, I don't got to. And I think a big problem is that there's all these voices talking to business people and to coaches. You got to do this. You're nobody without a book. You're nobody without a podcast. You're nobody without a TEDx talk. And I don't believe all that. I believe that and there I was, getting to 3 million. I'm like, well, I got no book still. Here I am. So I'm not bragging. I'm just proving that that there are these ideas. The ideas, no. Now, I'm not against ads, by the way, but they are not good for people just starting because it's just throwing your money down a drain.
That's true.
Yeah.
It can be too, especially if it's not targeted well. So you talk some about servant leadership as well. Servant leadership is one of my favorite concepts. What does servant leadership mean to you?
It means that we're not positioning ourselves above people. We're dropping all ego, that the people we're helping, they are us and we are them. It's getting rid of the power play of, well, I'm above you. And I feel like that's a really good concept that's being, growing now. I love that. I love all that. And, I hate the word impact, but I'll use it, and making a difference. Let's put it in different words. I always want to try find a word that's a pattern disrupt and not like a cliche. When you are emotionally connected, which I am emotionally connected to helping people thrive. Why? Because I've been through a lot of hardship. And when you've been through hardship and you've come out of it, I deeply am emotionally connected to helping people. And when you're emotionally connected, you're going to be better at what you do. Hands down. You will be better. So that's one of my strengths, is that was natural. I just really want to help people thrive doing what they want. And so I feel servant leadership is about just helping other people, not positioning yourselves above them, and just sharing your knowledge and helping them to also thrive. Really, what does everybody want? They want a happy life. Okay. So it's not just about making money and helping my clients. I want my clients to have a happy, peaceful life with peace of mind, because that's really what we all want while we are fulfilling our potential. Because for people like me and you, it's not just enough to be sitting on a beach. I also want to be helping people and feeling like I have a purpose. So yeah, it's the purpose and how to find that. And to basically, I say to people, I help people who help people. That's it. I help people who help people to make a lot of money. So you're making money and you're helping people, because both are important.
There you go. Making the world a better place and giving back and servant leadership is a great thing, because if you can help lift people, then what's the old line? A rising tide lifts all boats.
Right.
So there you go. Is there any techniques you want to tease out to people, or tricks or tips that maybe you can give people to use, or maybe how they can analyze, do I need a business coach right now? And am I at that stage where it's time to look for help?
Okay. So the second I started my business, I got a business coach, because I want to collapse time. I started my business 13 years ago, by the way, offline. And I just thought, okay, so I'm certified as a coach. Big deal. That does not mean I knew that you don't just put a shingle up and people float it, build it and they will come. No, they don't. No, they don't. Because that's also ego. Oh, well, they should just know I'm a coach. No, they shouldn't. Who's they? And how would they know?
Yeah.
So you have to market, right? So, so everybody needs a coach. I have many coaches, and I just keep investing and investing and investing, because again, I want to collapse time. I'll be really transparent. I'm 58 years old now. I don't have like a million years to live. So I want to collapse that time, so I reach the most potential I possibly can reach in all ways before I leave this earth. And I mean in all ways, as a parent, helping others, business, you name it, my spirituality. So there's a lot there. It's not just about money ever. So the tip for people is get help before you think you need it. Before you think you need it, because you will save so much time and actually make more money. You'll make the money that you would have lost by not getting help. It's kind of when you invest too late. So now you asked about also some tips. Okay. So the one thing that you need before you can even sell is you have to be very clear on who your target market is, or your avatar, and also what you are offering, and make sure that your offer is a marriage made in heaven with your target market, or it won't work.
That's important. Otherwise, you're off target on your market.
Well, I mean, you could have a good offer that's fantastic, but you think it's not bad because you're trying to sell ice to Eskimos. Ice is very wonderful. You're in Florida in the middle of summer. I'll buy it.
There you go. Now, it seems like you talk to people about helping them make the most that they can off of their offers. Do you find a lot of people undervalue their offers or underprice their offers?
Every single person I speak with, almost.
Wow.
almost every now and then. No, every single person except for those people that have never coached before, but they want to go and make $1 million. Then that's the other mentality of skipping all the rungs of the ladder. They're skipping all the steps, and they're like, yeah, I've never coached before. Yeah, but I want to go out with a 30K offer. I'm like, maybe I love it. I think big, and I'm into huge, audacious goals. So every now and then I'll be like, maybe we should start with something a little smaller because you never coached before. So I love it though. I love that their mindset's like, but it's almost like the get rich quick thing. That's not what I'm promoting. I'm promoting what is the marketplace going to sustain for your kind of coaching? And I push that limit to the market. And I'm saying, I think you could get this. And people have been surprised because they have gotten what I've negotiated for them. Because some of my coaches are executive coaches. And I had a client and she was going in with this contract. And I said, no. Let me look at that. And I said, you're going to negotiate $22,500 for that. And she said, well, I was going to ask for $7,000. I said, no, you're not. You're asking for $22,500. And they said, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
There you go. That's pretty amazing, man. That's pretty amazing. And I see you've got several different groups. You've got your Instagram. You've got some Facebook groups that you run. Some few different programs called BSA, Platinum P.
Okay.
Do you want to give us some lowdowns on some of that?
Okay. So I just have one private group for my private clients. And then I have a free Facebook group called $1 Million Coach. We just changed it, $1 Million Coach something. I'll have to give you the new name. And then I have two programs. I have a 12-week, it's called Business Success Accelerator for coaches, and also people that I work with people that just want to become coaches. We mix them. So the people that are already coaches, they're all helping each other. It works very well. We have hundreds of testimonials, and I'll give you that link for the show notes, reviews page. And then I have a year. I have a year that people that really want to get to high 6 or 7 figures, then I'm also serving as a business strategist for whatever they need. And then I do have one other offer that I don't talk about much because it's not part of this business. It's another arm. I have a very high-end private label advisory for top CEOs, and that's really just impact business executive leadership. And I also curate other professionals to fix whatever's not working in their life or their business.
There you go. And how do people engage with that? Is there a website for it?
Or actually, that is by appointment only. We're getting like a one-page hidden page on my website for people that we show because it's not like a public offer. I have certain people in the world that refer people to me for that.
There you go. And so now when people coach with you, do they work one-on-one with you? It sounds like you have some different coaching assistants and helpers.
Well, actually, we have 5 coaches, 5 expert coaches in there who help with different things. But I am doing one-on-one and group. Okay.
And then do you have like programs and courses that does it take a long time, or do you act as a coach where you're they come to you with okay, here's a problem, I need to fix it?
Yeah, we get a lot of that. But basically people should be getting clients fairly soon. It's not like a year to get clients. The 12 weeks, usually people do very well in there. Okay. It just depends how much work they do, but it definitely works. And it's, it's a solid, it's a solid system that just works.
There you go. So how do people on board with you? How do they reach out to you? How do they get involved with your program? See if they're a fit, schedule. It looks like you can schedule a free business strategy session on your guys' website.
Yes. On that reviews link, they can do that. They can also watch hundreds of client testimonials, reviews, interviews. And also they can just find me on social media. Jeanne Omlor everywhere, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. I'm very approachable and I still do talk to people. I'm very, very connected and I will always be connected because that's part of my whole thing is to not to distance myself just because I'm doing better.
There you go. Well, this has been really insightful. What have we discussed about what you do and how you do it?
Sorry, what did you say?
What haven't we discussed what have we covered? We've covered a lot of ground pretty quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we pretty much
got it all.
Yeah, I mean, this has been great. You've asked fantastic questions. I think you've done this before, right, Chris?
I've done it a few thousand times.
You know what, Chris? I wanted to ask you, are you somebody that we can share a plate of cookies with?
No, because I'm going to eat all the cookies.
Because you're never going to split the difference.
There you go. I'm not the author who wrote that book. That's a different Chris Voss.
Oh, okay. I thought that was the same one.
No, I wrote Beacons of Leadership. But I have an incredible podcast and he doesn't. So
there you have
it. But I still would never share the cookies. So there you go.
There you go. Good to know.
So tell people, give us their final thoughts. Tell people how they can onboard with you, et cetera, et cetera.
Sure. Well, just, use the link and you can book a call or just say hi if you want to first talk with me, because some people are shy. And we take it from there. You can email me. You'll find the email on my website as well. I'm very accessible. Just, reach out and I'll figure out if we can help you. And if I'm 100% sure that we can help you, then I tell people about what we do.
There you go. This should be exciting for a lot of coaches because we have a lot of coaches on the show. So hopefully they're listening in as well and they can catch all the good stuff. Thank you very much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it. It's been super insightful.
Oh, you're so welcome. It was a pleasure to be here.
There you go. And give us your .coms one more time as we go out. Give us your .coms one more time as we go out.
JeanneOmlor.com. So it's JeanneOmlor.com.
There you go. And the links will be on the Chris Voss Show. Thanks for tuning in to My Honest. We certainly appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here. As always, refer the show to your family, friends, and relatives. Give us 5-star reviews on the iTunes. We certainly appreciate it. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, linkedin.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss 1 on the tickety-talkety. Subscribe to the LinkedIn newsletter. That thing grows like a weed every day. It's such a great place over there. The 130,000 group on LinkedIn. Go to, what's the last place? Chris Voss Facebook.com as well. Thanks for tuning in. Be good to each other. Stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time.